Against the Ropes podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. AtR podcast. Gio Garcia here alongside Christian Mosqueda. Back at it again. Of course, very special guests right here next to us. You guys know them already. They don't need an introduction, but we're going to do it anyway, man. To my right, good friend of the show, Kid Kansas. 10-0, 8 knockouts, undefeated. He's fighting soon as well. Alan Garcia.
Brother.
Always a pleasure having you. Of course, to his right, you guys know her already. You guys saw her in the last episode too, with Right Hook Roxy. Coach G. Welcome back once again. Always a pleasure having you.
I'm wearing the same shirt.
This is a different week, guys.
Yes.
We just, it was good luck. We had to do it for good luck. But, nah, man, thank you guys for hosting us. Thank you guys for having us. Always a pleasure. Great to see the journey, Alan.
Yeah.
You're now 21 years old. We met you when you were 17. You're now famous. You're fighting on ESPN. You're fighting on there soon. We're watching some fights here on the screen, so you'll probably get some live reactions or whatnot. But, yeah, let's get straight into it. Let's talk about your upcoming fight.
My next fight will be February 8th in Las Vegas at the Mandalay Bay, the Michelob Ultra Arena. I'll be fighting a guy from Colorado. He's I don't know if he's supposed to be a test or what, you know what I mean? Looks like he is a slugger, so, that's the best part about it. I love it when they come forward because then they just walk into punches, so I'm pretty excited for it. I'm going on an 8-week camp, so I feel great. I'm ready. I'm in shape right now. You know what I mean? And I'm not even peaking yet. So, I feel great. The weight is good. I'm just excited, man. I've been having, just a good camp overall so far. And so I'm pretty excited for the next 4 weeks.
And this is a great fight to show out. Emiliano Vargas, obviously son of the legend Fernando Vargas, is on there. Javier Martinez, who fights out of the RGBA. Abdullah Mason, who was our pick for Prospect of the Year last year. Keyshawn Davis versus Jose Pedraza, co-main event. And then Teofimo Lopez against Jamaine Ortiz, the main event. So this is a great card right here.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty excited, to be on such a great card. And, to be, just a kid from Kansas able to fight in Las Vegas. I worked hard for it. I'm still working hard. I'm just working to keep getting better and better each and every fight. And I think I've done that so far. Me and my coach, and my team. We've just every camp we just focus on getting better and better. Mm. And so I just plan to put on another good performance. Hopefully, gain some more fans and show more people who Kid Kansas is.
Hey, Coach, tell me what it means to have him, to be here on ESPN, for people to see him, to get to know him and his skills.
Man, it's great. It's a blessing. I mean, he's worked hard, and he left home at a very young age. And for me to see him now, from then to now, it's like, wow, you made it, kid. You're on the big screen. You're on the big stage. And you're fighting on, the first one was great. We fought on ESPN, Plus in Texas, but to actually fight on an undercard of Teofimo Lopez, it's crazy. You've made it. You made it.
Yeah, and that card was a Janet Beck against Gualtieri fight. Mm-hmm. As we mentioned before, they did a little something different there on the screens. Instead of the commentators, they had the coaches. They had the corners, cameras, mics on the corners. So I think people got a good glimpse of how you guys work together, your bond. Can you guys describe that a little bit? I'm sure you guys saw clips. You guys, I'm sure, watched the broadcast again. I'm sure you were in the fight, so I'm sure you were laser focused. But when you saw Bernardo Osuna, Tim Bradley give so much praise to your coach, I mean, we've known this forever, but now they get to see it on national television.
Yeah, we just talked about it the other day too. It's everybody's seeing how calm she is in the corner compared to how my opponent's corner was, screaming out, and it's it's simple because one, we're comfortable. Two, we know all the work we put in. You know, we know like day in and day out. You know, like the grind that was behind that whole camp. You know, three, we got already years working together, and it's just like she's knowledgeable. That's why the fight was won before stepping into the ring, just because I know that the knowledge that I have in my corner. And it was just I went and she told me what to do, and I went out there, did my best to do it. You know what I mean? And walked away with the unanimous decision. I wanted the knockout personally, but you can't knock them all out. But no, I mean, like, it was cool. It felt good hearing Timothy Bradley and all them give my coach her props. Like I told him, like, she's knowledgeable, she's smart. Like I said, it sounds bad to some people, but she doesn't have a life outside of boxing. Boxing is her life. Like, this is all she does. It's all she knows. She doesn't focus on anything else. It's just straight boxing for her. So for people to start seeing how knowledgeable she is, and I feel like we're starting to get past that point of, oh, she's a dope female trainer. It's starting to get to the point where, all right, she's a dope trainer. Right. You know what I mean? Like she's past the whole guy girl thing. Like they're starting to acknowledge her more as a trainer instead of just a female trainer. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, she deserves to be up there with the other trainers as well. Like, they gotta stop. Like, it's boxers. Yeah, it's a boy boxer and a girls boxer. But at the end of the day, champions are champions. Fighters are fighters. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's the same for coaches. And so she's getting they're acknowledging her now, and it's good. It's good to see it. I'm happy for her. So it's, like I said, it's about time.
And in the words of Tim Bradley, she's phenomenal, right? And that's what he said. And we told her already, Alan, don't let her do free commentating again. I feel like they hustled her. They should have given her an extra check, because she pretty much commentated that whole fight.
I'm not kidding, man.
I didn't get it like that.
Coach G, what does it mean to you to hear those words from your fighter? I think when we saw that soundbite, I think people saw the respect that Alan gives you. He's listening to your every word. He's focused. He's showing so much respect. What does it mean to hear those words from him?
Damn, I feel like emotional, because I mean, they just hearing me every day, all day. And they don't tell me these things in my face or tell me to, my head's big or whatever, because they want me to always bring the best. But when I sit here and hear the interview, I'm like, wow, they really like appreciate me. They really know that, I know they trust me, but they know I know my stuff, so thank you.
Now, Coach, we always ask the fighters, like, who do you watch? Who do you study? Who do you kind of watch in the trainers world? Who do you like as trainers?
Well, it's not the trainers that I really watch. It's the fighters, and I hear instruction. I loved watching. God, I just lost the name. Maverick Taylor, Marquez, and Barrera, my favorite fighters. I hear the instruction in the corner, and I was like, wow, that's knowledge right there. I see stuff that they could do or they could have, and they let it slide. They didn't go at it, and I was like, hey, and the trainer says the same thing. I was like, I just said that. I was just thinking that. But yeah, it's mostly the fighters, and then the instruction the corner gives them. It's like, I like that. I like it.
And of course, kid, you just had your fight. You go back home a little bit. You're with your family. I mean, what does it feel just for them to just see you on TV, see you on ESPN, and you're kind of writing their dreams too?
Yeah, man, it feels cool because like, don't get me wrong, I love going home and stuff, but I'll probably be in the gym more than I'll be with my family. To be honest, I get over there and I'm still in the gym. I'm working out, and then but I make everything work. Like, while my people are at work, then I'll go gym, and then when they get off, then I'll go home. And I'm not kidding, bro. I'll spend about 3-4 hours in the gym, and I'm not even in camp. I just go because I love the gym. And so I get to hang out with my family, and I've asked them before, like, how does it feel? Like, I told my mom shit, like, how does it feel? And they're proud of me. They're happy for me, but they also get to see a little bit of the hard work that I put in. They understand that I sacrifice so much, and you know, that I've missed, you know, weddings, funerals, birthdays, you know, all that stuff. I spent my 21st birthday in camp, you know what I mean? So I sacrifice a lot, and they understand that with me. They sacrifice as well, you know, spending a lot of time with me. I don't get to I don't really get to watch my nieces grow up, you know. So and so every time they see me, they kind of look at me, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, it's Theo," you know what I mean? And so, I mean, like, you know, my family understands. They've got to see me during the weight cuts. They don't say nothing, but I know they look at me. They're like, "Damn, you're skinny, boy." So it feels good because I know that one day it'll all pay off and it'll all be worth it. And you know, they motivate me more than they know. They keep me pushing. They keep me going. Like when I'm in camp and they just randomly call me or text me, like it feels good. You know what I mean? Because it showed me they're still wanting to reach out, still wanting to talk to me. You know, and they're still thinking of me. So it feels pretty good.
There you go. And of course, like Gio said, you're like on the undercard of these big names. You know, big names that are in and around your division. You know, does that motivate you to be like, hey, one day I'm gonna see you?
Yeah, it definitely motivates me, but I never lose sight of the task I have ahead. You know, the moment we lock my opponent, I go to sleep thinking about the fight. Like it's that real for me. It's like I don't get distracted. I don't focus on anything else. Like, yeah, I play around a lot, but at the end of the day, I know what I'm going in there to do. I know somebody's going in there to take my head off, but like, I trust in all the work that, you know, me and my team put in, my strength and conditioning coach, Coach G, you know, all the miles we run up that mountain, like all the stuff we do, that's why I don't go into a fight nervous or anything. Like, I know it bothers her sometimes because I'll be in the back making jokes and talking and playing around and stuff, but it's because no fighter wants to sit there and be all locked up in silence and, you know, in their head and stuff. But I know what I'm there for. I know what I got, like what I got to do when I step into that ring, you know what I mean? And I don't go out there with any nerves because I have full confidence in all the work that I put in. And if there's any time I get nervous, it's during camp. I sit there and I'm like, damn, man, this person really wants to go out there and beat me up. Like I've been hit before. Like, I've been headbutted. I've been caught with shots. I'm like, all right, coach, I'll be right back. Where you going? It's 10:30. I'm gonna go run. Like because I'd rather feel the nerves during camp to where I can make adjustments and go forward and grind harder in that moment instead of when it's already too late to feel nervous. When you're already about to fight, you shouldn't be feeling nervous. You should be comfortable in your work. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so it motivates me seeing all these guys that, you know, I used to just watch on TV and stuff, and then now I'm fighting on their cards and you know, I'm around them and I'm around the same people as them and I'm on the same journey that they were once on. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's pretty exciting. I'm just ready for it all. I know 24 is gonna be a big year, and you know I'm ready for it. I'm excited, grinding hard. So it's gonna be a great year.
Of course, Coach, we've known you guys for years, 4 or 5 years. Since he was a teen, like, what does it feel now to be in these moments with him? To have these moments with him.
Well, like I said before, when he came to me, he was a kid, you know, and that's where he got the nickname. He hated the nickname Kid. And so now we made it to Kid Kansas. Now he's Man Kansas. He grew up to be like a man. He has a mustache and a beard. Really, he's worked hard, you know. And like I said before, like I have fighters that work hard and everyone's special. But Alan is very, very, very dedicated, very, very special, you know. He doesn't put anything before boxing, even boxing before family, you know. He's here. And he puts God first, and he trusts in God, and then he trusts in me, and it's just an honor to like have someone like him to bring him from scratch, from the amateurs to the pros, you know. And I did that with Roxy, you know, and it feels great. It feels great to see. I'm so proud of him because this kid he's the real deal. Freddie Roach loves him. Superstars, they love him. They're like, wow, this kid's gonna. Who had said that you were going to be an undisputed champion? A name. Robert Garcia's brother. Robert Garcia's brother.
Mikey?
No. The trainer.
Danny Garcia.
Yeah, Danny, the trainer.
Yeah, we were sparring his guy for a couple of weeks, and both my guys were sparring. And he told me he saw him. He's like, that kid's gonna be an undisputed champion. He's gonna have all the bouts because nobody's beating this kid. And to me, that's special because I remember when he was young, I would send videos to people I know, promoters. And I was like, this kid's special. I saw special in him because I knew what I was going to do with him. And they're like, oh, so they passed him up. Oh, yeah, okay, great. I was like, no, but why aren't you guys signing him? You know, and I thought about it. I was like, wow, the way he looks now, what he looked then, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have sent those videos.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the progress is crazy.
And then he got that amazing knockout, and we got that call. And all it takes is one great fight, but you have to build to get that one great fight to be noticed.
Yeah, and of course, you slated for a fight on February 8th. How busy do you guys want to stay this year, Coach?
Oof.
5, 6 times, 8 times.
To
Yeah.
where his body can take.
Yeah, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, of course, fighters need to rest and stuff, but like I said, I'm in the gym all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
His camps are hard, though. It's not just
Yeah,
like,
it-
I'm going to get ready for a fight. He goes through it. He puts in that work. He's a hard. He trains like he's a world title fighter. Like he's gonna fight for a world title his next fight. Nothing's different, right?
Yeah, and of course, there's all these names in that 135, 140 pound division. That area, it looks like guys are going. Like, what are some names that you say like I want to get to these guys one day? I want to be in the
Like,
same mix.
I mean, everybody. I mean, eventually, I'm pretty big for 135. I'm not gonna lie, but eventually, I want to move up. I want to win world titles first at 135. That's the thing, and so we'll see. We'll see who's still there when I get to top 15, top 10.
Yeah.
But there's all these big guys that were at 135, all the kingpins, and they moved up to 140.
Yeah.
Which is, but you also got to keep in mind these guys are 24, 25, 26, and they're moving up to 130. I'm 21, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure I still got some years at 135, maybe 140. Like, we'll just see what division I grow into, but I just want to fight whoever's the top 10. Whenever I go into divisions, that's who I want to fight. You know what I mean? When the time is right, then I'm ready for all those fights.
Where we're supposed to be, we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
How
Pretty much.
important is it to trust your trainer? Because, like you said, you're 21, you're in the driver's seat, but anybody can give you a call today and say like, "Hey, I want that fight today." How important is it to trust your trainer?
It's honestly it's probably the most important thing. You gotta have trust in yourself, and you gotta trust your trainer too. Like this is every fighter's career is guided by the fighter, but you also have people that are, I mean, you got that team in the corner people really don't see, but now people are starting to, trainers are starting to get acknowledged more than they were years ago, you know what I mean? And so it's important to have these important people that know what they're doing with your career, that aren't just there for the money, that are actually there because they care for you, and they genuinely want you to do good, and they want to succeed with you as much as you want to succeed. So I think it's very important. Me and her are pretty much always on the same page, and if we're not, then we're a page off. Like, oh, well, I was thinking that, you know what I mean? It's at the end of the day, there's never any decisions made to where we aren't agreeing. You know what I mean? Like, we always end up agreeing because unlike a lot of fighters and trainers, we talk about it. Okay, and so we share perspectives. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, well, now I get what you're saying. You know what I mean? We share perspective. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Well, then let's do this, and then this. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so, we always talk about stuff like it's...
Yeah, he's been offered big money to sign, and we talked about it. And so that's why I say this kid's going to go somewhere, because he's not money hungry. He doesn't... He won't bite. Right. He won't bite anymore like a lot of people would. He would sit there and rather hear what I have to say, or we just sit back and watch how people move, and we're like, maybe that's not for us.
Yeah.
We're like, we don't think.
Yeah, we're not staying for dessert, but thank you for dinner.
Right.
We've had those situations.
We've heard stories of people that just get thrown a suitcase with $50K and just like, hey, just sign there.
It's been a little more than that.
Ooh.
Yeah, we've gotten offered some pretty big money, bro. So, and more than once we've got offered a lot of money. Yeah. But at the end of the day, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. I'm not one of these fighters that's gonna have a 5, 6, 10 year. I want to be in this for the long run. Yeah. And if I can stay as healthy as I can, and just keep my head on straight this whole time, then you know what I mean. There's so much you can do. Like, look, Floyd was fighting still at 40 years old. Right. You know what I mean. And so you just gotta take care of yourself as a fighter. You know, have the right team behind you. Still, you know what I mean. Don't let all this stuff get into your head, which we talk about it all the time. Like, you know, but she knows that I trust in her enough, and that I'm not like I've had people from the sides coming. Oh, I'm like, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go back. Hey, you know who's trying to talk to me? You know,
friends.
yeah, like I'll
People
be
that
like,
know me,
There you
respect
go.
me.
yeah. So but yeah, we've had a lot of conversations.
The story that comes to mind, Coach G, is I think Canelo's at 19, 20. He's offered the Mayweather fight for X amount of money. His coach says, no, let's wait a little bit.
Yeah.
They're going to offer us 10 times that amount.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
He's very loyal. This kid is like, I don't ever have to worry about him because, and this is for all you people out there, little snakes, too. No, I say, he will tell me no, but he's just very loyal. He's very loyal. That's why he's just gonna go places because he's loyal to himself, to the people that care about him, and he sees through people. And I've taught him a lot too to like okay, kid. Sometimes you just gotta sit back and watch them move the way they move, and he understands that.
yeah.
And he's so loyal to the game, so he's just gonna make it. Whether it be next year, this year, or the following year, he's just gonna do big things because he continues to catch eyes in the gym. I mean, big names sit there and they watch him. They know who Kid Kansas is. People I see that I've never seen in my life, they know us. They're like, that's that kid that's really good. That's that kid that he's this and that. He's fighting on that. They know more about him than, probably his own friends know about because they follow him. They love this kid, and big trainers that love him. And like they tell me he's gonna go places. So I respect that, and I take that all in, So I believe what they see. I see what they see.
And some of the importance of being a team player because we see the camaraderie, the chemistry he has with everybody on the team. Every time we see him with Roxy and the other fighters in your stable, they just light up. Tell me how important that is to have that team camaraderie and him.
He could tell you himself. Like I'm very big on that. I've had about 2 or 3 that no longer sit at our table because they were very envious. They were jealous or they were just not team players and like. There's no plate at the table for you. People come here at the table, they got to be hungry. And they got to be able to share. They got to be able to. He likes to stick to himself, but he loves everybody. But he likes to, when he's in camp, don't bother him. Don't do it. Don't cross. Yeah.
I'm on my game. If I'm not in the gym, I'm running. If I ain't running, I'm gaming. I'm just, you know what I mean? I do like. Because it all falls. There's so many factors that play into it. Like, for example, I'm away from family. I don't have friends here in LA. I don't want to have friends here in LA. I said that over and over and over. I don't want to get to know nobody. I don't want to go out. I don't want to be comfortable here. If I'm out anywhere outside the house, you know what I mean? So I like to just stay in the house where I know there is no trouble. I just play my video games. You know what I mean? All right, cool. Time to sleep, wake up, run, do my workouts. Come back to the crib and I get back on my game. Or
LA, they're all sad right now, and his friends in Kansas are like, "Yeah, that's our dog."
I'll be on the game and stuff. You know what I mean. So it's cool. It's I'm just locked in.
He knows the streets can swallow a dream.
Yeah.
They can eat your dreams and just like that. And he doesn't want to. Not that he doesn't like people from LA, but he just does not want to.
I just don't want to put myself in those positions. It's as simple as going. All right, man, we're going to go to a Knott's Berry farm. And then, there's all this bad stuff that happens there. And I'm like.
He said Knott's Berry Farm, not the club.
No, but.
Like to the bar, the club.
No, but, it's because
You're 21 now, kid. Come on.
Well, I know, but it's because I've seen some memes about it and stuff. But, anyways, what I was saying was, I just don't want to go to all these.
He's so cute.
To go to these places where there's a bunch of people and stuff. Yeah. And, because, if I'm around a lot of people I don't know, then you know what I mean? There's just a lot of. It's so easy to build unwanted tension like that. Yeah. And, people start looking at you funny or, you know what I mean? I'm just I'm not with all that because I am the type that'll, what's up? What you want to do? You know what I mean? But that's why I try to avoid all that stuff. I stay away from all that. I don't even put myself in those positions. I just stay home.
Put it this way: what's in a man's life? What is one of the biggest milestones in your?
Distractions. Women.
Okay, get out. Like when in life, like I can't wait to be what? 15, 18, 21. So what is it? Your 21st birthday, right?
21, yeah.
21.
Okay.
I was 18.
This kid, it just goes to show you, this man, I'm sorry. He said years before, he's like, I'm going to spend my 21st birthday here with you, coach. I want, because he knows what can be out there. Like I said, again, the streets swallow dreams. You know, it kills your dreams. And he knows what's out there at 21. He's like, but we did go to Vegas and we did, and he had fun, you know? So he puts boxing first, everything behind.
Yeah.
And that just speaks volumes. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think?
No, I think it's LA can be very distracting. Can be very, this is your place of like just focus. This is where you focus. Back home, maybe a little bit relaxed.
I think LA can be distracting if you put yourself in in a position to be distracted. That's why, like I said, I don't put myself in that position. Like, what's a game gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna miss training because I'm only. No, come on now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna run because I'm only like. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Yeah. It's a game. It's as easy as for me. Like, all right, guys, I'll be right back. Boom, turn it off. Hit these quick 4 or 5 miles, and then I'm back in. And then, you know what I mean? Just do my thing. So yeah, but that's the thing is that I just don't put myself in the position to get distracted.
No, yeah, from my end, I think it's refreshing to hear because you don't hear that. You don't hear that from many 21-year-olds. At that age, people were maybe going to school, trying to find out what they're trying to do, trying to be curious about different things. It seems like you're locked in and you know exactly what you want for yourself. So I hope that young people watch this and are happy to hear that and also motivated by you, because I'm sure a lot of young kids, whether you realize it or not, I'm sure a lot of them are looking at you and watching you, and to hear that, they might see it as it's cool to do the right thing. It's cool to be professional. It's cool to stay home, right? It's cool to not go out with your friends and get in trouble. So
Cool, put your dreams first.
It's cool to have fun, but it's even cooler to be successful. So yeah, I just stay focused, and especially like a lot within this last year, like maybe within the past 2 years, a lot of my mentality is just to continue evolving. Like we just talked about today, I don't even get mad at people no more. Like I get mad at something bothers me, and I'm like, I give it 15 minutes. Yeah. Cause then I got.
What do you always tell me? You got 20 what?
You got 23 hours and 45 minutes. Or you got 15 minutes to be mad, and you got 23 hours, 45 minutes to get over it or get around it. Because if it ain't going to bother you in a year, who cares? Yeah. If it ain't going to bother you in 6 months, then who really cares? If it ain't going to bother you in 3 months, then let it go. It's nothing, you know what I mean? You're going to hold in all that anger and stuff for what? That's just messing yourself up. And, life is too short to be holding all these grudges. And we're supposed to forgive people. It's part of life, you know what I mean? It's... not to get all, but to be forgiven, you must forgive others. You know what I mean? So it's, it all goes hand in hand. You just got to, focus on living your life happy. And you can't be completely happy if you got all these little, grudges that you're holding. So, yeah, that's why she's seen it. She's seen me, she'll just be like, I don't even care. Like, I get over it. Yeah. Oh, well.
And, of course, Coach, you're kind of seeing, he's early 20s. Obviously, you kind of see ahead and like, I want him to have a title shot maybe around this age. And, and you go from like get into contender championship. Yeah. When will you know that moment where you're like, hey, it's time?
I think this year, 2024. This year, 2024 is his year. It's his year to, we've talked about it, go for, a junior title, and you're 10-0. I said, I don't want you to be those 15-0, 20-0, still fighting, people that shouldn't be in the ring anymore. And I told him, every fighter needs to get tested. I don't want you to be that fighter that, I knew he sucked. Look, you're an athlete. You have everything you need to be a superstar, a mega superstar. So we've talked about the titles, and we were offered like people like this year, fight for some titles, and we're game for it because we train to be ready every fight. We're gonna fight and we're gonna train. We don't take the slower roads, the path that we have to run that mountain. All right, let's go. We gotta hit that mountain this week. We're tired, but we both know we're gonna hit that mountain like today. You know, we don't talk about it. We just get it done. You know, and so that's how I know he's going to be ready for bigger fights. You know, and he's taken a couple of risks. You know, we took a couple of risky fights, but because they were last minute replacements, but we take them, and he ended up knocking him out. So.
Yeah. You know, of course, people, you know, get into the sport to be champions, but also to, you know, you guys are prize fighters. You guys fight to have money that changes your lives, not just yours, but your families.
We fight to live and to have a living and to make a living. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I know we've asked you in the past before, but, you know, when you get that first, you know, million, what are you going to do with that first big check?
Going to McDonald's.
Nah.
To Knott's Farm?
It's coming to
Hey, take us with you, bro.
Nah, but
I didn't laugh, bro. I didn't
but I got you that.
You did too. You went. You did too. You turned around and looked at you like this.
messed up.
I was like, I'm
the
going to
replay.
wait for you outside, Chris.
No, but I don't like. You know, I'm gonna. Well, before I even touch a meal, I'm gonna invest money for sure. But I already talked to my parents. I told them they're moving in with me. Coach thinks that I shouldn't move my parents in with me, but I think that I should.
I tell them they should buy them a house.
No,
Their
they're
own
gonna live
house.
with me. Anyways, they're gonna live with me. You know, she's probably gonna have her own money already at the time, but okay, Coach a good crib. I don't know about one in California, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's a little pricey.
A little condo in there.
You know, like, you know, I'm just gonna, cause a lot of fighters spend their quick big bags like that, and I've seen it. I've seen money go like that, and you know, when you start to make, you know, all right money, like I start to realize like that money does go quick. You know, it's as simple as a year, and then you count up all this money you spent throughout the whole year, and you're like, dang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so now, I mean, I'm just gonna take care of the people that are around me, but also hold on to a lot of it, because I got this whole career that I still gotta, you know, focus on and make more money and more money. And you gotta have money to make more money, and, you know, just keep going and going and going. But I'm definitely gonna invest a lot of money into real estate. Probably, you know, purchase a couple properties and do something with those properties in Kansas.
That Kansas property, boy, is cheap there.
Yeah.
There you go.
I got 5 houses.
So yeah, for sure, I'm definitely gonna, just, you know, invest in a lot of properties and stuff.
And of course, like, you know, people that are seeing you now, they're not, you know, they know of the stuff that you've gone through, personal things that you've gone through. How has that changed you, you know, your mentality? How does that make you different from other fighters, in your opinion?
I just, you know what? I think, I wouldn't say it just make me different from every fighter. I think every single person in life has a different story. Like, and I was telling Coach the other day, life is like, it's like, imagine life like a big block of clay, right? And every little thing we go through, it molds us just a little bit. And at the end, when we die, it's all about perspective. Like, yeah, like all this stuff might hit you. You might have like a big blob of just, you know, whatever. Or you could look at it different, be like, oh, this is like a really cool designed vase, like with swirls and like, you know, like loops, like, you know, like all the stuff you go through in life. I think I just seen the TikTok. It said, you know, when you sit in the front row of a funeral, that it's different than when you're just sitting in the other rows. Because when you're sitting in the front row, you know, that's when it's real like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And something like that changes your mentality, and it changes you as a person. And it could either change you. It all depends on your mentality. Either it's gonna hit you and make you worse, or it can make you better, or, you know, it's just like I said, like sitting in the front row, it's different. And me, I learned so much about life itself. I learned so much about myself as a person. I learned so much about, you know, you learn to understand that life really is a gift. You know what I mean? And that we all got different time, and it can go like that. Life goes like that, you know. So you got to be able to cherish what you have. That's why I don't hold grudges. Like, me and my friend get into an argument and it's bad. And then say if I were to lose my friend the very next day, like, Like, life is too short for all that stuff. Or even just with little, like, people you don't know, like, you'll feel bad, like, dang, I was just beefing with them and he passed.
Yeah.
Like all this beef for what? You know, all these grudges for what? Like, and losing my little brother just it just had me shift my whole mentality, man. It was just, and till this day, I still continue learning and I still can continue thinking and I continue growing. You know what I mean? Like, if I never went through that, I probably wouldn't be who I am today. Who knows? Maybe I would have been a better person or a worse person, or you know, I would just be a completely different person. Because, like I said, everything you go through in life molds you into something. You know what I mean? And so I'm grateful that I was able to go back into the boxing and go back into want to learn, into wanting to be better, into want to, instead of, you know, being one of those people that it sucks because you see people that lose important people in their life and they completely lose themselves. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm just grateful to God that I wasn't one of those situations. You know what I mean? Because I got a lot of people I got to make proud. You know what I mean? And so it just, when you go through stuff like that, it shifts you and it messes with you so much. But at the end of the day, I'm proud of myself because I learned to keep going forward. Like, man, yeah, of course I have my days where like I wake up and I'm just like, dang, man, like it just hits you, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And like, say when I have dreams or whenever like certain songs play or just you know, just little stuff in it and it brings you back. But at the end of the day, I always sit there and I just think, you know what? Thank you, God, for another day. I'm alive. I'm grateful I was able to experience my little brother. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm grateful I was able to have him. And I'm grateful to be where I am today. You know what I mean? And so I'm just happy that I got to channel a lot of my energy and my emotions into the boxing and to be where I am at today. You know, because like I said, it could have all went sideways and into a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
So, but it's a part of life. You know what I mean? Death is a part of life, and I feel like more people have to understand that. Like it sucks. Death sucks, but it's coming. I don't know. We're dying every second. If we really think about it, like, we're all getting closer to that one day.
It's a countdown.
Live life. Oh, wow. Oh, they're mad at you. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Continue living. Be happy. Go. If you want to go ride a motorcycle, ride a motorcycle. If you want to go, you know, parachute, go parachute. You want, you know what I mean? Like,
Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, like, yeah, you want to go to Knott's Berry Farm, go to Knott's Berry Farm. You know what I mean? Like,
that's gangster.
Yeah, like, but nah, man, like, life, that's why people really got to learn to enjoy and cherish life. And that's why I'm here doing what I love. There's nothing that I would rather be doing right now. I'm here, I'm in camp, getting ready for another fight. I'm fighting in Vegas. Hey. You know, for all my people back home, they're looking at me like, dang, man, you're fighting in Vegas. Like, even to me, myself, I'm like, I'm really fighting in Vegas. And I'm not just fighting I'm fighting at Mandalay Bay. Like, you know, I'm excited for it, and it makes me want to go even harder. And so, yeah, man, I'm pretty excited. But no, to cap the whole conversation, it's just, going stuff like that just changes you and it shifts you. But, you know, it all just depends what routes you decide to take.
And for you to, you know, to be in this journey, to be fighting, like you said, in these big venues, the venues that made champions, how important is it for you to, you know, just to put Kansas on the map? When we think of champions, when we think of, you know, we think of California, Texas fighters, we think of New York. How important is it, you know, to, you know, put Kansas? I think the only other name that comes to mind is Victor Ortiz coming out of there. What does it mean for you to, you know, to put your city, your state on the map?
You know what, I try to carry the state on my back, like if I got my jersey on backwards, you know what I mean? Like I really, they can't ever say, and I heard it so many times, oh, he's Hollywood, oh, he acts like he don't know. I'm like, nah, nobody just wanted to talk to me until I started doing something with my life, you know what I mean? Yeah. And now I try my best to represent Kansas. Like, you know, I go home after every fight. I go home. I show love to everybody there. Like, and I'm so grateful that I have the support from Kansas. Like, I have everybody, you know, that shows me love, and the people I never met, but they know that I'm from Kansas and they show me love. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so grateful for all that, because that I got to speak to some kids, you know, like that's stuff that motivates me to want to go harder so I can motivate others. I got to speak to middle schoolers the last time I was home, and you know what I mean? And next thing you know, I'm going through my Instagram requests, and I got messages like, oh, I appreciate you for the talk today. Like when you mentioned this and that, like, it made me really think. Like, I know the little kids, but at the end of the day, still like, I still remember situations I went through when I was 13, 14, 15 years old. You know, like I still remember all that stuff. So I know that if I could have shared at least a little bit of knowledge, or maybe I could have helped, any of them, then maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But as long as I know that I was there to at least try to help, uh, people into a better mentality or a better track, but it feels good. Like I want everybody to be happy in life, everybody to win, and winning for everybody is a different meaning. So for some people, winning is being rich. Winning is having a family. Winning is living a successful life. When you're happy at the end of the day, when you die and you're happy, then you're winning. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. And one of your buddies is somebody that me and Gio have, up there high as a prospect in Xander Zayas. And when I interviewed him and when I saw him, I was like, he's such a team player. You guys, that's something you guys have similar. How important is not just for you to win, but for you guys to win as a team, the Yoka and Roxy and everybody in your stable and coach, of course.
It's important because we all sit at the same table. We all work hard. We all train hard. We all got the same coach. We all work. We all like work our butts off. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we all go in there separately. It's important because I'm gonna cheer for my team no matter what. Because that's her fighters too. That's people I run with, that I train with, that I eat with, that I watch them, the things that I go through in camp, I watch them what they go through in camp. You know what I mean? I see that my teammates have to leave behind the whole family and their sisters, and I see that my teammates have to leave behind their daughter and come and grind out for weeks because they want the best for their family. They want the best for their kid. They want the best for, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so it's important because I want to see everybody win. Like it gets a little emotional because it's like not anything that's really talked about, but you watch them go through it and you watch them, their phone calls with their loved ones and their kids and their families. Like you watch them or you just subconsciously hear their conversation and you want them to win that much more because how much family time they're missing from their people, and you know that they're in this because they want to give them a better life. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that they want to excel, and to give their family a better life. So it just makes you want to see your team win. Especially when you go through it together. We're all in it for the same thing. You know what I mean? Because we all want to give a better life to the people we love. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's very important. That's why I be pushing my teammates. Like, it's never we're all at the house and, oh, I'm going to go run. And they're not like, oh, okay. Like, they're like, oh, pues, hold on, give me 5 minutes. And then they get dressed too. Okay, we're all going to go run. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we all got different schedules and stuff and different opponents. But at the end of the day, we all go in there and we put in that hard work and we all go and we grind. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
of course, the goal is to be a world title holder. Have you already visualized that, Coach? Have you visualized, him?
Absolutely. I look at him. I actually see him becoming a world champion before my own daughter because he's already there years in it, and Roxy's just starting out as a pro, but he's been through it all as a man, as a young kid, as a young man, and like I said, his dreams are bigger than mine. And I just want to see him get there, I just want to see him win. I want the best for all my fighters. I give them 100% of myself, and when it's camp time, I don't even see my granddaughter, and she lives down the road, and my daughter has to call, when you have anybody else in camp? I got 6 more coming in. We got 11 more fights, it's like 2 leave, 3 come in. Those 3 fight, guess what? Those 3 stay in camp because they got fights with the other 2, and then they're all on the same cards, or they're fighting. Like he's fighting. Last fight he fought a week before Roxy, and now he's fighting again a week before Roxy again, and the Yoko was right after. So it's just I just want to see him win. Not to take off the subject, but he puts in mentally and emotionally. He's the one that puts in the most. And also too, he does put in work, but mentally and emotion and focus, he's the best out of all of them. Out of all of them.
Well-
So his mind, his mind, and his mindset tells me where he's going to be, where he wants to be. I told him, show me your work ethic and how you hit the bags, and I'll tell you where we're going to be in 5 years from now.
Yeah. But what would it mean to you, for him to, to be wrapped around in that title?
I think I would probably drop to my knees and cry. I don't know. It just, I think I'll pick him up in the air and put him on my shoulders.
Now they crumple right away because I'm heavy.
No, put me on your shoulders. And I was like, no, I would just, we win it. Anything we do, we win together.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if he understands. I know he hears it from me, but I don't think he understands when I mean it. When I say, I just want to see you win. I just want to feel the joy that I just want to see you win. I want you to do everything you want because I've had you since you were a young boy. And your dreams never change. They get bigger and bigger. So I'm that person. If you have a vision and you can tell me your dreams, I could see it.
Yeah.
And I'll get you there. And I always tell them, everybody may have the plans, but I can take you to I got the blueprint. Let's go. Just work hard every day. And he does. He gets extra. I'm sleeping. He's like, come on, coach, go to the gym. Hell no. My ass is staying home.
When he does let's say obviously you talk about his work ethic, and obviously you've been him for years. I mean, obviously you develop like a motherly, instinct for him. When he says, "Hey, I'm craving this," what's his favorite plate to eat?
Anywhere he wants to go. I take him anywhere, because Mijo deserves it. It's my little papa. So if he says I want to
But also because I don't even like eating out. So it's just like, oh, you want to eat out? Let's go.
Yeah, he likes eating home. He likes home cooked meals. I do too. But sometimes I just want to just go be bad and they watch everything I eat. So we're better off just staying home and eating. But I cook him whatever he wants. Yeah.
As long as it's healthy.
I'm
telling you, all this kid does is just wants to be in the best shape of his life and be at the best position of the sport. And so it's hard to see you're not going to be a world champion. Like, come on, if you believe it, you made me believe it, you're going to be a world champion. Yeah. You made me believe that you believed in it. So now guess what? Believe me, you're going to get there.
Yeah.
Chris, we got a few more questions left. We're about 50 minutes in, so we don't want to take too much of you guys' time, but Alan, what would you want for G? She kind of described, everything that she would want you to accomplish. Obviously, you guys have a great bond, great team. When you see G and you think about years down the road, what are some things that you kind of envision her accomplishing?
Well, I know it's sooner or later she's gonna get trainer of the year. You know what I mean? And winning trainer of the year doesn't mean if you don't win it, that doesn't mean you're a bad trainer. You know what I mean? It's just something that, like, winning a title doesn't. If you don't win a title, that doesn't mean you're a bad fighter. But it just shows that's achievements. Like, and I want her to be able to win that because she's, like I said, she's a great coach, amazing coach. She puts in the work, day in and day out. She cooks for the fighters. She goes to the gym. She goes just to go run the mountain. Like, she does all this stuff. So I just want to see her get the recognition she deserves. I want people to see her for who she is and for all the hard work she puts in. Once I want to see her and soon, win titles undisputed. You know what I mean, with her fighters. Yeah. So I just want to see her make it just like the fighters make it. You know what I mean? Because me and her talk about it before. When we start making it, do you believe we should all make it? I say, yeah, all the time, 100%. We just had that conversation the other day. She asked me when I was 17, Mijo, whenever it comes down to, like, do you think we should all make it? I said, of course. We just had the same conversation the other day. I said, yeah, of course. We deserve to win. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who's around because it's her and I putting in the work as a team, and I got my dope strength and conditioning coach, Pedro. Shout out to Pedro from Wildcard.
Shout out
He's been
Pedro.
getting me in some good shape. You know what I mean? He's been taking care of me, man, and we see the results. like we see the results quick too. You know what I mean? And just last week from this week, like we seen a huge change already. And so it's I just want to see her do good, and I want to see everyone who's around me do good. I want to see my team do good.
Yeah.
Everybody that's a part of my journey, I want to see them win just as much as I do.
Hey, media next step, February 8th, Las Vegas, ESPN Top Rank. Do not miss it.
Tune in.
It's going to be great to watch. I'm sure, people watching this, maybe they didn't know you at this level, but hopefully they get to learn more about you and are refreshed by hearing all the things that you have to say. And hopefully you gain a few more fans. If not, tune into his fight. I'm sure you're going to show out. Like I said, national television. You guys have another great opportunity. So do not miss it. Chris, last couple questions, and then we'll let them go rest or play video games.
Play video games.
Saturday.
Yeah. For me, it's more of a statement, man. Just thank you guys for, just having us. We've known you guys for years. Yeah. It's crazy seeing the growth. It's crazy seeing you, just give stock here. If you guys see the videos, there's an old video where, you go off on me a little bit. I don't know if I can do that now. Getting bigger, we're getting too big, man.
I don't even put that on it anymore.
But yeah, I just want to say we're extremely proud of you guys. We get super happy. I think Gio shares the same sentiments when we see you guys on TV, when we see them like say these things that we know, obviously all the fans just see you guys, on TV that day. They don't know all the work you guys do day in and day out, thankless, you guys just put in that work, and we're just so proud of you guys, how far you guys have come and what's to come. The best is still to come. So I just want to say thank you guys, and we're proud to be here, part of the journey.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you guys.
And also thank you for sharing, you guys' side of the story. It's not easy getting in front of mics and cameras and being vulnerable, but hopefully people will get to learn from you guys and get motivated. I was motivated by a lot of the things you said. Yeah. I'm proud of you. Like, for real.
It, man. Thank you.
Watching you, 17-year-old kid, coming out here.
I'm about to
get
a season pass at Knott's Berry Farm.
For real.
But yeah, man, wish you the best. We know you're going to show out your next bout.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you guys.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you guys, bro.
Thank you guys for having us a lot, all the time. It's been a while, but we appreciate you guys. You guys do. You guys are not a podcast where put fighters down, but not just share their story to people. And that's why it's special to us that, every time we get a call from you guys, or sometimes we call you, hey, you want to do a podcast? Like, you guys deserve to be on the top two. It's one of the best podcasts out there. And supporting all the fighters, especially fighters, young fighters. You're not just all about the superstars and criticizing all that. You guys bring up all the
that's one of the
shadows,
things that I really like about you guys, that you guys actually like you guys, because there's more than just to being a fighter. You guys, there's a whole life story behind that. You know what I mean? There's the whys, the hows, the who's, the what. You know what I mean? Like, there's
kind of get to know the fighter.
Yeah, there's all that behind fighters, but a lot of time it's just, like, there's the same boxing questions that get asked all the time, but then you guys dig deep, dig a little deeper.
Questions.
So, like, you guys dig a little deeper. So, that's why I like talking and chopping it up with you guys.
Appreciate it. We got to do this soon. I think the last one, I don't remember when it was, Chris. It was a while, but let's do some fun ones before we get out of here. We asked Roxy the same question. I know you're growing your following. Who are some people on your social media that you saw that followed you and you were like, whoa, so-and-so followed me?
Nah. I don't know, bro.
Don't don't throw them under the bus like that.
Do not incriminate yourself.
Yes.
Think of a good one.
There's nothing bad. I just been.
He pulled
I've
out
been
Roxy's
chilling.
phone and said, you have so-and-so following you?
No, like I don't know. Like, there's a lot of them were boxers, but like I seen like people that like actors and like big DJs and like stuff like that. Like, I'm, oh, that's cool. I want their names out there, but I'm like, oh, that's dope. Like, and then I see them in the gym, and then I'm like, oh, that's even cooler. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's cool, but I don't know. I'm in Hollywood, so I don't even get starstruck no more. Like,
Don't be humble. Roxy flexed on us.
Yeah, she said Snoop.
She said Snoop, and she
Yeah,
had
she
another
did-
one.
she
I
did
forgot
have
the
Snoop
name.
guy.
She was like, "Oh, I didn't even know they followed me." She was straight
NBA
flexing on
players.
us.
Oh yeah,
I don't know,
Lillard.
bro. I haven't. If I'm being honest, I haven't gone
Pull up
through
your
my
phone, Chris.
like
You got your
that.
phone on you?
Yeah, that's
I don't know, bro. I don't. She's got it like that. I
He
don't.
said spearmint rhinos following him.
Do you know Damian Lillard, the basketball player?
Yeah, he follows her.
She was like, "Who's that?" We're like, "Oh, no."
I'm like, "Dog,
She better
don't
hit him up. Hey, I need
post
some
that."
tickets.
That was a hell of a fight right there. That was a.
Yeah, credits to this guy right here.
They're
Christian
good.
and Billy were always putting it on him.
Look, they were
I
up
kept
in, they were
watching
in
it
a
during
telephone
the
booth, like straight Mexicano style, cuerpo. He opened them up to me.
He kept turning his shots over too.
Boom, nice and short.
It's a live reaction. We're watching the
See, he opened them up.
undercard.
See how he opened them up? Look at what we're working on.
Undercard,
Yeah.
Better BF against Smith. As we get some live reactions here. But before we get out of here and before Chris looks up the blue checks, if you guys are new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't subbed already, please follow Kid Kansas, Coach G. They're destined for big things, man. You guys see the bond, the teamwork. You don't see that a lot, especially in this business. You guys know we don't see that a lot. A lot of people.
All my fighters live with me in camp.
A lot of people.
I don't got nobody in there.
All right, let's see,
I'm
man.
telling you, I don't. It's probably just a bunch of boxers. Like,
A lot of boxers.
Boxers.
Yep.
Who's your dream follower? You're like, man, when that person follows me, I'll be like, yeah.
honestly, I don't even.
It could be somebody from boxing that you
I don't
admire.
know, Mike Tyson.
Hey, okay,
Mike
there you
Tyson
go.
following me, I'm like, oh yeah. You know what I mean? But like,
Look, this how you know he got a lot of followers. Like it just shows a few and then says plus 52K more. It don't even let me scroll all the way, but we'll do our homework and we'll get back to you next time.
He said Mike Tyson. Quick question.
Bernardo Suno follows Roxy. Said, "Who's that?"
Quick question. You said Mike Tyson. If Mike Tyson were to give you a nickname, would you change it if Mike gave it to you? The way he did for Benavides? You just said
I
no.
don't know. It depends what the nickname is, but
Yeah, okay.
I don't think so.
No.
You said no.
I asked G. I was like, if Mike Tyson, because you know how he has his smoke show, his smoke podcast. I was like, if Mike Tyson invited you on there, would you do it? One time she was like, nah. That time she was like, I don't know. Yeah, probably. I'm like,
I don't know. I never smoke weed, so.
Just be like, yo, Mike, can you not smoke on this one?
Yeah, I don't think they do for the athletes because
Yeah.
they've had quite a few
Well, I'm
people.
sure
Right.
it is, so.
They've
You
had
got the
Ryan,
test.
they had David Benavides, they've had a lot of guys, Devin Haney. But just to name drop some people, friend of the show too, Diego Pacheco, of course. I'm sure you're familiar with
I
them.
love Diego.
Of course, your boy Xander, Brian
course.
Castaño. Just going into the people in the boxing world, all the Vargas brothers, essentially. J-Lo.
J-Lo.
No.
You got all
Taylor was
excited.
taking jabs earlier.
J-Lo
Eating
took a
jabs.
beating last podcast. But yeah, Chris, last thoughts, and then we'll let you guys give your shout outs. Of course, you guys got a big team, a lot of people who support you guys, and then we'll call it a day.
Yeah, no, just want to thank you guys once again for opening the doors. Again, we're here for you guys whenever you guys need us. Like we're here to support as best we can to our abilities. But we're just extremely proud of you guys, Coach. We're extremely proud of you as well. You know, you're
Thank you.
like Gio said, like you're making history. Like this is a journey, and you're opening a bunch of doors for so many other trainers in boxing. So keep up the great
Thank
work.
you. We
We can't wait for one day that we do a podcast. We want to see that green belt.
oh
You
yeah.
know,
Yes,
we want to
sir.
call it right
Yeah.
now.
I
Okay?
want trainer of the year for the WBC. I'm just calling
Hey.
it now. Right? We said that, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna replay this clip when that happens.
Yeah. I'll
2024.
be like, let me see that belt.
January
I normally don't like to
13.
touch belts because I'm like, hey, he earned it. But hey, for this one, I'll be like, heck yeah.
I've always said that. I want to be
Yeah.
trainer of the year of the WBC.
Hey.
I mean, of course, any other organization, but I've always had my mind on that one.
Yeah, that's
And it was in my heart.
That's the pretty one.
a pretty one.
But
They all matter. They all matter, though.
yes.
I just want that green one.
Like, what gives yeah, as long as that green one's in there. Yeah.
All right, last shout outs. I know you guys have a lot of people who support you guys, so
Big shout out to Pedro, my coach. Pedro's we started working with him earlier this year. Not even earlier this year. We just started working with him. But
3
like
camps,
it was my second camp. We just had phenomenal results, man. I'm still a month out from the fight and I'm in dope shape. Like, I'm Himothy right now, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I'm just kidding. But I feel good. I feel
like
good, bro. I'm telling you,
such a good-
like I woke up
Dork.
and I took a deep breath and I was like, oh, my condition is there. Like, I feel good. Like, you know what I mean? It's always great. Whenever I walk in, I know that I'm just gonna walk out sweating. you know. So big shout out to Pedro. Thank you for, you know, working with us. Appreciate you. Shout out to my team, you know, my teammates as well, my stablemates that put everything on the line themselves, and they've been grinding out, you know, grinding out for their families and for their kids. You know, I see you, and, you know, I know Coach sees you, and you know, I appreciate it when my team gives it their all as well. You know what I mean? When they're in there grinding and you know, I see them putting their 100 in it, it makes me feel good, and I know it makes my coach feel good. Big shout out to my sponsors. You know, I got Hernandez Liquor. I got Juice J3 from Garden. He makes all the dope shirts for me.
Hey.
You know, I got a couple other sponsors. But I want to give a big shout out to Los Toros Meat Market too, because they've been they just started helping us with the foods and stuff. And,
The meat is amazing.
yeah,
I
bro,
tell
the
you
meat's
guys.
good.
Woo.
We've had steak for like 3 days in a row for real. Like,
Yeah.
because the meat is good.
So good.
You know, they're there for me whenever I need them, and so I appreciate the hell out of them. Yeah, man, I'm just big shout out to Wildcard. I love Wildcard.
Yeah,
you know,
you go.
Freddie and Marie, they're always, whatever we need, they're always there for us. Always with open arms. Never any complaints. Never any no's. You know what I mean? It's they do everything and anything that they can for us, and so I do appreciate it. It's like when I first started training there, I was just like, I was kind of iffy because I didn't know nobody. But you know, now I'm cool with everybody there, so it feels good, and I'm comfortable in that gym now. Like I could walk in there knowing that I'm gonna get a good days of work, like, and that there's not gonna be no beef or no problems, or like, you know, I just go in there and it's all smiles, and so yeah, I'm pretty excited for the future, and I'm gonna keep training at Wildcard.
Hey.
Yeah.
Kid Kansas 10-0, undefeated, AKO. Stay tuned. Fight coming up soon. Don't miss it. Top Rank, ESPN. Thank you once again for the space. Thank you for your time. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be back soon. Appreciate it. Thank you.
I think they said they're going to tune in to watch me this time, not you.
Okay.
He's like, okay. Enjoy, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, guys.